Yeah.
Live.
All right, we are live, and the New York Mets are playing for the National League East crown this weekend. Magic number is 6 or 5, I guess, technically, depending on what happens with the Braves here this series. As our boy Phil said a couple days ago, win the last Marlins game, win 2 or 3 against Atlanta, win 2 or 3 against the Washington Nationals, and watch the wild card round from the comfort of our own homes. Very happily. So that's where we are, boys. And Francisco Alvarez will have a seat on the bench and in the 7th spot for today's goddamn game. Woo!
I mean, what a turn of events. I think that Billy Epler is a WWF scriptwriter. It's like when your favorite wrestler comes out at WrestleMania, like, you know, oh, he's not coming back. No, it's not going to be Stone Cold. It's not going to be, and then the glass smashes and Frank the Tank El Troll comes up. Epler mode engaged. I mean, I cannot ever, Meek, you'll know better than me. Has the number one prospect in baseball ever been called up for like the final series of the year?
Yes, but not for something as big as this. Like the Pirates called up O'Neal Cruz for like 2 meaningless games last year that we all forgot about. This is just, I don't think there's any precedent to it.
I think it. I don't know for sure, but I would imagine Darren Ruff absolutely sucking.
Oh, he has a neck strain. You got to be careful on him.
He's got to be sent to the DL.
From sucking dick. That's what his neck strain is from.
Sorry, Darren. It's the game. The game's the game, man. I'd imagine it was, you know, either Darren Ruff sucking, Mark Vientos, you know, coming up and doing what he can, but not being the answer, combined with Alvarez's ankle surgery, which was really not that long ago.
He didn't get the surgery. That's the thing.
What's that?
He didn't get the surgery. He got the second opinion.
I was going to say,
he's good.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, this seems very rushed back from an ankle surgery, but so he didn't get it. So those guys kind of sucking, plus the fact that he's injury free and he's raking, and we, you know, it's all hands on deck. It's the perfect storm for them to finally just say fuck it. And I don't know, you know, if you heard you heard on Evan and Roberts, Carton and Roberts, they were, you know, Evan was just grilling Buck about the DH, and good on him for being like, this guy sucks and you know it. And Buck was just being Buck, like, well, can't spill the beans yet. That should have been like, spilling the beans is not like, is it going to be Vientos or Ruff? That's something else. And it's Alvarez. And, you know, I've been saying all along that this team deserves to win the division because of how much they've fought and everything they've gone through with injuries and fan bases and all that shit. This fan base also deserves the spark plug call-up prospect that we've never gotten. We've actually been like, when you really look at it, Reyes and Wright and deGrom and some of these pitchers, and now Pete and Jeff, like we actually have had farm system success, but we've never had that like call him up in the middle of the heat. Like Conforto kind of did that in the second half, but we've never had that like, holy shit, he's the number one prospect and he's proving it right now. And I think we and the team deserve that. And if Alvarez can do it, holy shit, if he comes up to, you know, goes 2 for 3 with a fucking double or 3 for 4 with a bomb or something, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
I mean, we're all on red alert for that right now. And they threw him right in the 7th spot. Got a lefty on the bump tonight, obviously, with Max Fried. This lineup, by the way, and granted, like, this is thinking Francisco Alvarez, the guy who hits nothing but home runs. This lineup, and then you're throwing Starling Marte in there at one point, looks sexy. It looks very sexy.
It absolutely fucks. Canna at cleanup is a little like, I wish we could just always know that Escobar is like the fucking September Escobar and like leave him in there. I understand, like, you know, righty lefty and everything balancing out, but yeah, this lineup absolutely fucks. I did get nervous that the Alvarez call up meant that Marte's out for like an extended period. Now, I know I was, so I'm sure a lot of other people out there were confused. Like, Alvarez is up, he is postseason eligible. And it doesn't have to do with Marte, because apparently you can just kind of like make up the rules. And as long as you had some guys on the fucking 60-day DL and a couple injured guys on the, you know, what, I still don't quite understand it, Meek. You can just
I don't understand it either. I'm just going off what guys like Jacob Resnick and Tim Britton say. Basically, if I piece things together, it's the Mets have had enough guys on the 6-day IL, but it's like Sean Reed Foley, Joey Lucchesi, John Curtis. Like those guys have been on the injured list, 6-day IL all year. You can basically use one of those as an injury replacement to get a guy that's not on the 40 before August 30th, but he was in the organization on the playoff roster. The Braves did this last year with Spencer Strider, even though he didn't pitch.
I thought, I always heard you have to be up before a certain amount of time and you got to be part of the 40. Apparently that all goes out the window because of these injury loopholes. More importantly, I don't know about you, I was floored when I found out that Fawn Reed Sholey was on the team this year. I would have bet my life that was 2021. I cannot believe we were doing Fawn Reed Sholey in 2022. That seems like a lifetime ago. I saw one Shining Mets tweet like, I can't believe the regular season has come to an end. It just feels like yesterday. It's like, what?
No.
It feels like a decade ago. Are you kidding me?
Like 6 seasons this year. Are you kidding me?
I'm honestly, you can't see in this light. I'm like going gray, and I honestly think it's over the fucking Mets.
You're like fucking 20 years older than me, and I think I'm going gray. Like,
it's sad because we are 20 years older than you.
I sent you guys the opening day lineup here. Starling Marte leading off, JD Double Davis at the 2 spot, Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Dom Smith in the 5 hole, Escobar 6, Robinson Cano, the 7 hitter, who was later pinch run for by Travis Jankowski, Canna playing center field 8, Jeff McNeil. I don't know. I must have remembered McNeil, goddamn McCann, and Tyler McGill, the opening day starter who gets the win, obviously, with May. The only guy who goes up a run, obviously, Ottavino, Lugo, Diaz. So that is your opening day roster. That feels like 1,000 years
ago. A lifetime ago, man. You know what? It sucks that J.D. Davis has been good after the trade, because I would have loved for my guy, Double Davis, to have, if he hit like he's hitting now and he was a part of this team, he would fit right in. He'd be so fucking valuable. It just wasn't going to happen here. And as far as the people who are prior to Alvarez were calling for Dom Smith, guys, how short are your memories? You're goldfish out there. I know Ruff sucks. I know Vientos hasn't lit the world on fire, but I'll take either and any of anybody else out there over Dom Smith, who we know didn't hit a home run for 2 straight fucking years. The Dom Smith era was absolutely over, man. Stop pretending. It doesn't matter, though, because Alvarez was the answer. Here's the thing. I think it's so weird and unprecedented that he's probably like, holy shit. I think a lot of people are like, holy shit. I think that they're throwing him to the fire. I'm going to spin it as, well, like, you can't possibly expect me to just slide in here with 5 games notice on the regular season and hit Max Fried, and anything you get from me is a bonus. But I'm also thinking he's been red hot. He struggled in AAA to start, worked it all out, was raking as of late, and he is a tank. He's a short fucking boxy. He's like a sexy back, but like not as fat. But that kind of guy packs a punch, and that kind of guy has some power. It's not like you're calling up Beatty, who's like this lean, athletic guy who needs to become like a veteran and put some muscle on and learn the game. A stocky guy like Alvarez, when your nickname's the Tank, the Troll, you might get a hold of one. Look at this. Bam! I don't care if it's
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, that's the best. Listen. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't care what level you're at. When you've got that kind of power, Max Fried makes a mistake tonight. He jumps all over it. That ball's going a long way. So I think there's every chance that the number 1 prospect in baseball plays like, just like that tonight.
Just get one good wood on the ball. He'd be our best DH and our best catcher if he just gets one good hit tonight. That's all he needs to do, basically, to be our best offensive catcher and DH.
And shout out to Tomas Nido, 3rd best framing catcher in the game. If we're celebrating the 7th best home run season ever, we're going to celebrate 3rd best framer. That was like the one thing everybody still like praised McCann for. Well, Nito's better than him at that too. So he throws runners out, he frames batters, pitches, he hits more, he can bunt. It's just never ever again. Nito needs to start every fucking game from here on out. And I'll also say this, as people have just been talking shit left and right the last couple days of the season, the Braves fans, the Yankees fans, Aaron Judge, everybody's getting in the mix. Somebody sent me a video of Jared Kelenic hitting a home run. I don't know if you guys realize this. We've got the new Mariano Rivera because of Jared Kelenic, okay? When it's all said and done, we're all going to owe Brody an apology. He got us fucking Jacob deGrom for pennies on the dollar, and he got us Edwin fucking Diaz for Jared Kelenic, who hit his 6th home run of the year on September 29th. I don't give a fuck about that anymore. God bless you, Mariners fans. You're Mets West, Winker. I love you guys. Jared Kelenic, go ahead. Go be Mike Trout. I don't even care because Edwin Diaz, from here till the next fucking 10 years, might be the most important person that this team has ever acquired, given our history with closers and relievers. So you can put that to bed as well.
I will apologize to Brody if the Mets win a World Series with Diaz as their closer. I will not apologize to him any other way, only because if the Wilpons were still the owners of this goddamn team, Robinson Cano would be our fucking dead carcass at second base, and we wouldn't have fucking Starling Marte. Lindor wouldn't even. I'm not even gonna go.
I don't want to imagine what this team would look like if they were still.
Oh my god! Imagine.
Yeah, you can't be doing this.
How much talent was already there and ready to be, kicked to the next level by all those acquisitions after Cohen. But it's scary to think like there, in an alternate universe, in Loki,
in the multiverse.
In the alternate universe where Tiki Barber is like not a football player.
There's a version of the Mets that is still, 79 wins because they didn't make those moves and go for it. So
Kevin, they said it's still the Wilpons. People, like, not even a full year ago were saying it's still Wilpon. It's still Wilpon. We work with an asshole that was saying that kind of stuff. That guy wanted Javi Baez back. I'm not bringing him back up. All right, we've gone down a dark path. This is not the mindset.
Back to Alvarez and the Braves. Let's go.
Yes.
Back to Alvarez and the Braves.
We're speaking about the Braves. There is breaking news. They just did another type of Braves deal. They re-signed Charlie Morton to a 1-year extension for $20 million. That's fair. I'm not going to go in on that, but
okay, whatever.
We have a deal with him again next year. I don't care. Francisco Alvarez is going to homer off him this weekend. He has to deal with him next year.
Let's go, baby. All right. So wait, the deal really is you kind of summed it up earlier, but the magic number's 5 right now.
Yes.
So if you win 2 against the Braves this weekend, then you just need to win 1 more, or the Braves need to lose 1 more, and the division's out. Right?
Simple as that.
So win 2, and then you just need a combination of a win or a loss for the final series. And obviously, if you lose 2, you're tied, but own the tiebreaker. And the Nationals series, while they play the Marlins, you need to win 2 out of 3, right?
No. We lose this. If we only win 1 game this series, we have to sweep the Nats at home in order to win the division.
Assuming that they sweep as well.
Yeah, we have to match them.
Yes, I'm assuming the Braves are going to sweep the Marlins because it's the Braves versus a fucking team that's not even trying. So we're not putting that thought out there. Win the series and win a game versus Washington. Simple as that.
Right.
And this, like, I'm confident. I feel good. I feel like this team has answered the bell against these good teams every single time. That's why we love this team so much. That's why we keep saying this team is different. If they go out and they do not answer the bell, and Jake doesn't pitch like we know Jake can, and Max doesn't pitch like Max Scherzer, and Bassett isn't that fucking gutsy dude, I'll have to just say the Braves earned this one if they fucking go ahead and take it from us. And then, or if, like you said, they have to match the Braves or do whatever against the Nats and they don't do that, you don't deserve to win the National East. This is the fucking big boy division this year. This is fucking grown ass man shit. And it's a fucking, and I know we're all like freaking out and we're all nervous and it's going to be a motherfucker starting at 720. This is the privilege you get to have a good baseball team. We've wanted to be in this spot. We've watched our Yankee fan fucking rivals do this every year. Enjoy this, guys. It's going to suck, but if you win it, it's going to be the best fucking feeling ever. Coors Lights as far as the eye can see. I will be just bathing in Coors Light. I'm going to have a fucking Coors Light bath as if we win this goddamn National League East. This is what it's all about, man.
I know you call it a privilege, and I know why, and I know you say that if we win, it's going to feel great. This is the fact that this is the reward for having a good baseball team sucks. Because what's the real reward when you have 100 fucking wins? The real reward is that you usually have your feet up and you're chilling for the last 2 weeks of the fucking year. Obviously, that's not the case against the goddamn Braves. You're right. Like, I've been saying how much the Mets deserve it. But if they fumble at the end and the Braves don't, like, it will be a lot easier to swallow the only scenario from here on out that is unacceptable is if we beat the Braves and like get swept by the Nationals and lose it that way. Then I'm putting a gun in my mouth. If it's just like the Braves beat us in this series and like, you know, they got over the hump at the last second, then you can only say like, you know, we were 99% worthy and that 1% went to the Braves. Like, so be it. Tip your cap. Get ready for the wild card. The only way I'm going to be really upset is if the National Series determines everything. If we go into the National Series with the lead and the Nat Series means something and determines it, then I'm pissed off. Otherwise, it's just like, hey, this is the premier division race. These are the two best teams in my mind. I mean, obviously the Dodgers are a whole other level, but as far as, you know, division rivals, and if they win it, you know, they fucking win it. I think you cry about it for like one night, and then you're like, fuck it, whatever. Let's get back into playoff baseball.
You know, you brought up a Dodgers next year. We should try going like 110 and 50 whatever like them, and we don't have to worry about this. That's a great idea.
That's next year we're gonna have to run that playbook. They'll win 110 games because goddamn.
I like Uncle Stevie. That's the team he wants to model himself after. Good. Like, that's the right team to be doing it. Don't forget, like, even though they've had their collapse, the Phillies are a fucking awesome team, too. Like, this division is a bunch of motherfuckers, and we know the Marlins aren't just, like, a trash team. They do have pitching and all that shit. The Nationals, like we said, Phil said it best, like, from day one. They're a AAA team. However, there's one team I'm happy I'm not playing right now, Kev. And what team is that? The true champions of the National League East, the fucking Chicago Cubs. Did you see this stat?
Holy shit.
They went 21-10 against the National League East this year. It's crazy.
I mean, it makes you feel a little bit better. Look at that though, man. Like, right? I mean, we fucking smoked the NL East. The only team better than us is the Cubs. I love it. That's hilarious. Can we, if we beat up on the Braves, will we win that? We probably will, right?
That's a good question. Yeah, if we beat up on the Braves and the Nationals, I don't know, because we have a lot of games. But they don't have.
I have like the biggest pit in my stomach over the National Series. I really do.
I've had my ball of anxiety all day, just waiting for 7:20 to come. No. This weekend needs to just pass, and whatever happens, just happens at this point.
I wish I could close my eyes and wake up on, you know,
Monday morning.
I want it to be Wednesday. Just tell me what happens. Just tell me if we made it or not. I don't care. And there's no other, by the way, right? It's either win the division, like our seeding is locked in either way, right?
We're either 2 or 4.
And that's it. So it doesn't matter.
And in all likelihood, we'll either be the 2 seed where we get a week off, or we'll be the 4 seed and play the Padres because they think they pretty much have the 5 seed close to locked up.
And that goes, I would imagine that probably starts like a day, like the regular season.
Friday.
Fridays. Okay, Fridays when it starts off.
This is the caveat. A game 162 that matters for both teams is a nightmare because the Mets have to use deGrom on that Wednesday. The Braves have to use Max Fried. The loser of the division in that case, you don't even get your ace for the wild card round at that point.
Yeah. Gentlemen's agreement, boys. Whoever wins this series, just fucking bow down. Whoever loses, bows down, and we can all have our guns.
So the true bottom line, just to reiterate again, win 2 against the Braves, win 1 against the Nats, right?
Yes. We can win more versus the Nats if we win 2, but we only need 1 at that point.
That makes me feel better. Like, you have to play well against the Braves, and then if the Nats series is like you have to sweep situation, I swear to God, I have a bad feeling. I don't think they will.
I have the same exact feeling I've been saying all week. You have to win 2 because I don't want to be like, oh, Monday night, it's a stale cookie night where Joey Meneses has 4 RBIs. Just end it this weekend.
You know what? Like, the Coens have erased so much stank. I just don't think they've erased all of it. And a necessary sweep against the Nationals. We just haven't seen this team do that. Like, that's the one thing they haven't really done except for like 2 wins streak out of them. Like, they always tend to lose at least 1, so you gotta win 2. So it's Fried, then
Fried, Kyle Wright, who's a 20-game winner somehow, and Charlie Morton.
But he's not that good.
He's
right?
A pretty average. I'm not gonna say average. He's a pretty solid pitcher. I think he's a good 2, but 20-game winner. That's just because the Braves are the Braves.
Insane. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's not like, you know, I feel like we have a tremendous edge pitching-wise here, the way we're lined up.
Yeah.
I'm not going into it, like, terrified of the Braves pitching.
I think we're favored. I would think we're favored in every game. We're favored tonight, I know, and I would imagine we're favored in the other two with Scherzer going, and then Bassett versus Morton.
We're favored tonight on Barstool Sportsbook?
I believe we are favored. Last I checked. So yeah, go to the Barstool Sportsbook, responsibly bet on the Mets in the next 22 minutes, and gotta believe, right? Not ending the show on that note, but I just had to say. So yeah, so it's Bassett Morton would be Sunday, and that
shit, yeah, we're minus 125. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Nope.
I'll be honest, like gambling wise, I would say the bet is the Braves there. If you're getting value, like
Phil, don't you fucking think about it, Phil.
No.
I did what I said 2 weeks ago. I do not need to dig more deep into that.
Whatever ended up happening with that?
It's still active. I mean, we're
right. It was a season long thing. Yeah. Like I'm just surprised at home. I know it's deGrom, but like that should be like a coin flip to me. That's Fried is their fucking ace too.
Yeah.
Well,
it's gonna come down to Fried is either we're gonna like we had those games. I think we had one start against him where we grinded him out and knocked him out in like the fourth inning, and it was like that was
the fifth inning where he had like his career high in walks.
Right, and I think there was another game where he fucking smoked us. I think it's either gonna be. I unfortunately think it's gonna be. Does Jacob deGrom pitch like 6 or 7 clean innings? Or is there the one fatal pitch or fatal inning? He has not really shaken that off yet. I know he has like 13 strikeouts and all that shit, but his last 3, I think, has ended in a little bit of like, oh, fuck. And I think if you have any oh, fuck tonight against the Braves, like they're going to score some runs, but if you have like a meltdown 4th inning or a final pitch of the 6th inning goes over the wall sort of thing, I think that's going to decide this game. So it's scary. It's like, I don't know. Let's just say this. Let me ask this. It's Jacob deGrom in a win, basically like do or die, win or go home sort of situation. I feel like we should have 100% confidence in him. Do you? Because I think I have like 85%.
I'm like around 85 too.
Yeah, which is sad, but I think that's just because of how his last few
start. If he was like, if we were coming off the Pirate start, I'd have 100% confidence.
Right. But that's what I mean. I wish there was a Pirate start in between so that he's rolling in there like ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, part of me wishes we were playing the Pirates again this weekend, but it's like, no, I don't want to do that again. But
You're right. Clem, where you at confidence-wise?
I think I'm right there with you. I didn't even see that fucking Oakland start. I refuse to watch a pitch of it. Oh. It lingers in my head. I'm looking at his game log here right now. He has a 4.5 ERA in September. He had 7 innings, no earned against the Pirates. Then 6 innings, 3 earned. 5 innings, 3 earned, which that Pirates game I know was wonky. 4 innings, 5 earned, and again the umpiring shit. But I don't want to. I shouldn't have to like qualify Jake starts. This is the only thing that kind of has me going. He's probably pissed. He's fucking pissed after that A's start. He's going to fix whatever it is. And then I just think of the motherfucker that showed up on the bump 2015 in the playoffs when he didn't have his shit. And if he has this other Jacob deGrom, other level stuff with the mentality of this is a must-win game, I should be expecting 12 strikeouts, 7 innings, 1 earned. And Fried, I just looked it up. He's gone 2-2 against us because I was like, I feel like we've like roughed up Fried pretty good. He's 2-2 against us this year. And every single start, he's given up 2 runs. Every single start, 6 innings or 7 innings, 2 earned.
Really? I thought we chased him
earlier.
I
think Mark Hanna has like 2 2-run homers off him in those 4 games or whatever it is. So
I just feel like the fact that all of his September starts are wonky or not great. Like, what if it's just like after the injury, September and October, Jake like was sore or ran out of gas or whatever. Like if it was every other start or if it was a little more sporadic, but it's just been like the last 4 or 5 starts. So, like what if he's just tired or
he's had extra rest on this start, so I think
that's
it's
true.
6 days.
But I feel like we'll know right away. Like if he walks a batter early, I think we'll like
if the first thing takes more than like 15 pitches, we'll know what Jake we have. Did you hear it? If the first thing takes more than 15 pitches, we know what Jake we have.
That's a great point.
Yes.
And
that's what I mean. Like that Oakland start, Clem, like it obviously spiraled out of control. But early on, I think he like walked like the first batter or something like that happened. And I was like, wait a minute, like that doesn't usually happen. And then like a couple more that doesn't usually happened. And then I should have realized the writing on the wall. That I think we'll know here. Like if right away he's in deep counts and walking guys or a couple hard hit balls, like unfortunately, I think we'll know. And then this is all to say that the offense just has to fucking show up. Like we can't have one of these, 2 hits through 7 innings. And I don't, you know what? I don't want a fucking 8th inning miracle comeback. We just need to score like 2 runs.
We've been a lead since Sunday. So
yeah, I need a fucking lead, man. I can't take it. And just get that ball to Eddie Trumpets.
That's the thing, man. Against the Braves, I feel like they've been in control for the most part. That one series where guys got hurt and we had all these fucking weird relievers pitching, it wasn't the case. But in all those big games against the Braves, it was like we could just breathe. It was like, all right, we're up 3-0, and then like they chip away, we kind of answer back.
Right.
This is the thing about deGrom, and we kind of alluded to this earlier about being at peace with shit. Like if the Mets don't win this series or whatever, if Jake comes out, he sucks, and then he sucks in the playoffs. It's like, well, Jake is just broken right now. There's like it's in 2016, the Gillespie game. I wasn't crushed by that because I was like, this team is not winning the fucking World Series because Jacob deGrom was hurt and there was about 4 other guys were Seth Lugo and Robert Gazelman were carrying us to the fucking wild card game.
That's the scary part about this, and it's gonna be either he like shoves it in my fucking face forever, doubting him. It's either gonna be that he absolutely butt fucks Joe Beningo, just butt blasts him. Did you hear Joe B? Holy shit. That you didn't hear it, Clem?
I never thought I'd hear I butt fucks Joe Beningo. That was a fucking line.
He was like, I wouldn't give this guy a dime. I'm sick of Joe. I'm sick of the name Jacob deGrom. Like, get this guy out of here. I don't want him on the bump. I don't want to give him a dime. He hasn't shown me anything. It's like, Jesus Christ, Joe. You should have stayed in retirement. Holy shit. I do know that, like, listen, there was a level of me that was like, that was not the ace that we absolutely needed and required. But Jesus Christ, slow your roll with he doesn't deserve any money or whatever.
I hope that's Joe just trying to like make a mark and trying to go viral, like trying to do the Salicata thing. But Joe is a legit crazy person. He's one of us, and I say that in like the nicest way possible. Did Evan check him at least? It was like, Joe, what the fuck are you talking about?
It was a 3-way Skype, and I didn't even see like what I only saw the clip afterwards. But.
Well, think about it this way. Buck butt fucked Evan by alluding to Alvarez and not telling him about it. This is Jake's turn to butt fuck Beningo.
Butt fuck again.
Butt fucked.
It'll be like it'll just be either Jake does it or we're in trouble for more than just the division. Like if he goes out and he's bad tonight, now I'm worried for like our chances in the playoffs, whether it's wild card or division. Let's say we win tonight, but Jake's bad. Now it doesn't matter. I'm still like, wait a second. We basically need this guy. How about this for a scenario? What if we have a lead in the 8th inning and the 8th inning gets dicey? Do you go to Diaz for 2 innings right away to try to grab one right off the bat?
It's tough because he did pitch each of the last 2 games.
But he also is.
It depends what part of the lineup is up. If it's the bottom of the order, I think you can go to Ottavino. If it's the top of the order and you have the big boppers coming up, I think you go to Diaz right away.
You go right to him. You don't even like try to see if you can.
If it's the big boppers, you have to go to Diaz.
But then here's the problem. What if he goes 2 and like throws a decent amount, but we don't win? Now have you wasted him for like?
Then you feel like you've.
Yeah, then it gets dicey. That's
what I mean. So like, but if you grab one right away, you're in the driver's seat in a major way. But if you go to him and you lose,
Buck has managed openers very like I'm not gonna say like game 7s here. Buck always likes to take openers. Like even the first game at Citi Field back in August, I think that was an Edwin Diaz 5-out save where he was like, "We have to take this game. Can't miss this." And Buck knows, even though we're not confident about them sweeping the Nats, Buck knows. Get the first game. We're worrying about the other 2 after.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know, man. And so Ottavino's clearly the 8th inning guy.
What's up?
That?
Keep going.
No, so Ottavino's like the 8th inning guy. If Jake only goes, say, 6, who do you want to see in the 7th there? Do you want to see Lugo? Did fucking Blue Mountain Boy show you enough against the goddamn Marlins? You can have.
I think it's got to be Lugo, Ottavino. Diaz would be like the ideal situation, but just quick hooks on absolutely everybody to get to, Drew Smith, like at least he has some power behind him. Like when Lugo is not on, it just looks like he's putting him on a fucking tee because he doesn't overpower anybody. And that scares me a little bit. But my concern is more like 8th inning, we go to Ottavino, he like loads the bases, but we still have a lead, and you still have like 2 or 3 outs to get. Do you go to Diaz there? Because then you're putting Diaz in a spot where like he's probably gonna, even if he strikes motherfuckers out, he's probably giving up 1 run, 2 runs, whatever. And then does he pitch the 9th? Then you use him for 40 pitches, and you don't guarantee anything. I'm okay with like, we got to just go to our bullpen for Ottavino and Lugo and him. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm more concerned with those wonky spots where it's like you could get creative, but that also might come back to bite you. I think if everything goes normal, it should go Lugo, Ottavino, Diaz. I think in a Jacob deGrom should be Jacob deGrom world, he should go 7.
Yep. If Jake gives us 7 innings, 1 run, we'll be winning the game.
Bigger question. Jacob deGrom is through 7 at 96 pitches. He's given up 3. We have the lead 4-3. Do you leave him in for 8?
It would have to be how he looks, how he's looked the last couple innings.
Yeah, it depends if he got the runs early. I think you let him go. If he just gave up the 3, it looks like he's out of gas, I think then you pull him.
What if it's a whatever the situation may be? It's a Matt Harvey. No way he's in the dugout screaming, "No fucking way, Buck! Give me that ball." What do you do then?
Hey, God, I mean, I don't know if Jake's ever showed emotion in his life, right?
We're comparing apples. Like that's something Max might do. Jake, I don't think so.
What if Max Scherzer comes out of the bullpen tonight and then starts tomorrow? Let's just do that. Can we do that?
I was
Grant, like you, Darvish, shut him out game 1 and for relief game 2.
And I mean there is basically a 0% chance of that happening. But imagine if Jake just goes out there and throws like 105 and he's efficient as shit somehow and he throws like a complete game or 8 innings or something. Because, I mean, I love watching him strike guys out, but, he's out in like the 6th inning, whether he's good or bad. He's struck so many out that, But
the Braves lineup is one you have to strike guys out, though, because they're like top of the league in strikeout rate. If you're trying to pitch a contact versus them, you'll end up with Taijuan Walker starts.
That's what happens.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so I pulled up the lineup here. So I don't know when Harris got the bump up to the 3 or if that's.
It was like literally just this week when they realized, Matt Olson probably needs to be moved down.
I know he's hit a couple bombs to like get out of it a little bit, but thank God. Could you imagine if we were doing this against Freddie Freeman? I would be puking.
If they had Freddie, they had the division locked up 2 weeks ago. We're probably more relaxed.
Yeah, you're so right. And I mean, Acuna. Let's hope that he's not himself. I still feel like Michael Harris, as awesome as he's been, is like. That's a fucking rookie. Jake's got to be able to handle that shit,
Mm-hmm.
And, Travis d'Arnaud has always been a pain in the ass. But, some of these guys, it's a great lineup. It's like a good style lineup top to bottom. But it's not like, aside from a couple guys there, I think Jake should be able to fucking handle this.
I think we're 2 very even teams, as simple as that. And it's crazy, 156 games in, and these teams are basically even.
Right.
It's bananas that we both have fucking 2 catchers starting in these lineups. They have Contreras and d'Arnaud. We have Nito and fucking Alvarez tonight. So predictions for the game. I mean, we could do series predictions if you want. I mean, we're all going to say win. Give me something outside the box. I'll give you mine. It's the reason I ask. Jake's going to hit someone tonight. I feel like it's like 102's coming in and it's hitting somebody at some point.
Can you pull up our lineup one time or just read it to me? I'm just thinking about who I think will be. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Alvarez hits one.
Right.
I'm going to say it. This team has been different. And as of the last, 7 weeks, let's call it, they haven't been different. They've been good, but they've just been like a good ball team. They had a little bit of magic recently, but like they haven't had one of those moments where I go, holy shit, this is the kind of stuff we've been waiting for. I think Alvarez, maybe not a home run, but Alvarez does something key and clutch.
I'll say this. Lindor showed up in nearly every big series we've had this year. I think he has another big one.
I like that.
Think that, Pete has been red hot. Escobar's been red hot. You just need those things to absolutely continue.
Let's see here. I've got to see a player to hit a home run. I think Adrian just killed somebody. Wait, on your Barstool Sportsbook, get in. You got 7 minutes left. Francisco Alvarez plus 750 to hit a home run. You bet that, you hit that, you are going to feel like a fucking you just fucking won the World Series yourself.
God, I'm tweeting it out right now. That is absolutely amazing.
Plus 750 for the Barstool Sportsbook responsibly. And this was the other question I want to ask you boys before we head out. Would you if you could take the Michael Jackson drug, the one that you take for a colonoscopy that just knocks you the fuck out, and you could wake up Monday 9 a.m., would you take it, or would you want to actually watch these?
In a heartbeat. I would take that. Wake me up November 6th or whatever it is. I don't even want to witness any of this. I just want it to be done one way or the other.
If I could be put in a coma where I could wake up on Thursday morning, I'd gladly take that. Right?
Absolutely.
Would you take a Francisco Alvarez bat to the back of the head, knowing that it will not kill you? It will only give you a coma on Monday, and you will not have a headache. But you have to take the blunt trauma.
Wait till Thursday. I want more days.
That's the kind of questions you get on We Gotta Believe. We've been here through the fucking dark days where September games did not mean a fucking thing. Now we're going into September, into October. Meaningful games in October. That's what we're doing starting tomorrow with this goddamn series. And if we get a win, we'll do some post games on here. We'll get you guys and hear you guys get all fired up. So this is what we've been waiting for for years, boys. Years.
Gotta believe.